State gang, the mob, true sippers, we in too deep. MoneyBoy, MoneyBoy, MoneyBoy trade. MoneyBoy, MoneyBoy, MoneyBoy trade. MoneyBoy, MoneyBoy, MoneyBoy trade. Stay with a bag, I'm cashing them bread. 100 round shooters on head. Little nigga talking, but they not a threat. BB is diamonds and pants on my neck. Jacking my spread. 4 up before, pop me a hit. I'm saucing, I'm dripping, I'm wet. I'm trending, I'm thinking, I'm fire, I'm hit. Stay with a bag, I'm cashing them bread. 100 round shooters on head. Little nigga talking, but they not a threat. BB is diamonds and pants on my neck. Jacking my spread. 4 up before, pop me a hit. I'm saucing, I'm dripping, I'm wet. I'm trending, I'm thinking, I'm fire, I'm hit. It's a go 10 and 4, it's a bed. On the ground, about to cook me a jet. Niggas mad when I stun and I flip. With precision, I'm gripping the jet. Burn while I'm gripping the net. No dealings, I just want some set. I'm a dog, it's a shame on my mess. Go hard and shout out to my ex. Play if I move it on to the net. I done bring it, course out with the net. I'm shining, I'm blessed. Like a beacon that runs with a friend. VIP talking shit with some jet. Take it simple, we yank it the mix. High fiving with guys in it. Don't ego, my life is the shit. Stay with a bag, I'm cashing them bread. 100 round shooters on head. Little nigga talking, but they not a threat. BB is diamonds and bands on my head. Jacking my spread. 4 up before, pop me a hit. I'm saucing, I'm dripping, I'm wet. I'm trending, I'm thinking, I'm fire, I'm hit. Stay with a bag, I'm cashing them bread. 100 round shooters on head. Little nigga talking, but they not a threat. BB is diamonds and bands on my head. Jacking my spread. 4 up before, pop me a hit. I'm saucing, I'm dripping, I'm wet. I'm trending, I'm thinking, I'm fire, I'm hit. I get it, I'm gon' pull off in a hurry. First through truck, I sit into my stripping. No time to kick it, I'm busy, I'm working. I just suspended, I'm still out here slurping. 30s and green, piece at the rain. Pulling up train, form machine. Infrared beam, carbon 15. MoneyBoy trade, fly with no wing. My bottom is red, robbers the green. Go to my body, I feel like a dream. Go to one center, course I watch a game. Real rich and water, but on for the team. Fuck your opinion, that's all that I strain. I was 14 when I had a strain. Dollar sign, go for the green. Pop me a bean. Swaggin', I'm fresh and I'm clean. Feeling like Jordan, I'm wearing Supreme. Rolling up, smoking Supreme. Infrared beam. Carbon 15. Precise like a surgeon, I won't miss a thing. 24/7, I'm fly with no wings, bitch. State gang, the mob, we in too deep. MoneyBoy trade, Looney Tune melodies, let's go. I can take a bitch if I want. Take her down, send her back in the morning. Purple kush, purple drink like Bonnie. Black op shit, got gun like the Hummer. Bulletproof vest, case a nigga wanna harm it. No conversation, he ain't talking about the money. I die about mine, never take nothing from it. I die about mine, never take nothing from it. I can take a bitch if I want her. Take her down, send her back in the morning. Purple kush, purple drink like Bonnie. Black op shit, got gun like the Hummer. Bulletproof vest, case a nigga wanna harm it. No conversation, he ain't talking about money. I die about mine, never take nothing from it. I die about mine, never take nothing from it. Hey, little nigga, I was trapping out the Carter. Single parent home, being willing, I'm a father. Money go get it, I ain't never been a quitter. Had to be the breadwinner for my sons and my daughter. Nigga real fat, blue eyes, 20 pointer. I can take a bitch if I want it. Take it down, send her back in the morning. Purple kush, purple drink like Bonnie. Black op shit, got gun like Army. Bulletproof vest, case nigga wanna harm me. No conversation, he ain't talking about money. I die about mine, never take nothing from me. Stay moving, wait, we're running. Wholesale, get both by the 100. No consignment, no deal, no front. Camera on it, Birdman and stun. Bitch, stop capping, you ain't talking about nothing. Jacking up the chair on a time, hit your bust it. Love with the pussy, but you never gotta touch it. Came down the middle, but you had to make a bust it. How you getting money, but a flat it in your budget? All the player talk, so you know you need to cut it. Sir, you know you need to cut this shit. All the player talk, so you know you need to cut it. Throwing trouble, start crying in public. You a bitch. Need a dick, so a bitch cannot suck you. A bitch. You need to be saying you disgusting. You a bitch. Bitch, you a lame, you a dustin'. You a bitch. Why you stay sweaty, you must. You a bitch. You ain't from the street, you a pussy. Oh, need a dick ass nigga. I can take a bitch if I want her. Take her down, send her back in the morning. Purple kush, purple drink like Bonnie. Black op shit, got gun like the Hummer. Bulletproof vest, case a nigga wanna harm me. No conversation, he ain't talking about the money. I die about mine, never take nothing from it. I die about mine, never take nothing from it. I can take a bitch if I want her. Take her down, send her back in the morning. Purple kush, purple drink like Bonnie. Black op shit, got gun like the Hummer. Bulletproof vest, case a nigga wanna harm me. No conversation, he ain't talking about money. I die about mine, never take nothing from it. I die about mine, never take nothing from it.
Hey, no, that's not cool though. That's not cool. You wanna take me a ride, man? Clear my motherfucking head, cause I can't believe a motherfucker I really cared about, I really loved you at one point, G. Like low key. Like, come on now. Like low key, G. You think it was cool for your friend to get up there and expose everything you told him about me? That wasn't cool. You know that wasn't cool for real. That wasn't what's up. That wasn't what's up. That shit triggered the fuck out of me because that was wacky. You know it was wacky. Fuck my kid. You know that shit was wacky. Let me take me a drive, G. This shit getting out of hand, G. This shit getting out of hand to fight somebody else's fight. Especially about people we talked about their commentary and their style of how they do people. You laying me out. You feed me to the wolves for what? You feed me to the wolves for what? What you feeding me to the wolves for, Shiv? For what? For what?
Circle small period, first to death killing it, cashing out spinning it, 100 round extended clip, iced out spilling drip, purple and yellow take a sip, fly away and take a trip, pink slip for every rip, circle small period, first to death killing it, cashing out spinning it, 100 round extended clip, iced out spilling drip, purple and yellow take a sip, fly away and take a trip, pink slip for every rip, started in a rumor house, popular in Montgomery, that was back in 03, breaking down the whole beat. That's my nigga Roman, he'll tell you I'm a OG. That's my nigga Roman, he'll tell you what he sold me. I got what you need, 8 quarters, half an OZ. Out of space high, all day I'm in the nosebleed. 24/7, get the bag, count the proceeds. Said she ain't to please and she proceed to get on both knees. Told her keep her pussy, all I want is deep throat, please. Rolling up hot boxes, sweating to the OD. On an all-nighter full of road, getting no sleep. In and out of town on the road, paying 4 weeks. Plug with the plug, that deal price is so cheap. I got what you need, 8 quarters, half an OZ. Don't get tagged hot as hell, watching for the police. See me in the streets, no nigga, you don't know me. Circle small period, first to death killing it, cashing out spinning it, 100 round extended clip, iced out spilling drip, purple and yellow take a sip, fly away and take a trip, pink slip for every rip, circle small period, first to death killing it, cashing out spinning it, 100 round extended clip, iced out spilling drip, purple and yellow take a sip, fly away and take a trip, pink slip for every rip.
Serving up the crack, I feel like Jesus on that trap again. There's an ego in my name, double clip that's rapping fast. I don't need no touch, I'm in the booth, I'm about to test the fact. In the jungle pumping weight, nothing like an exercise. Headed to the Rose Bowl, back to Rocker Stadium. Tripping soldiers like a boss, they asking what I pay, let's get it. Shoot and kill for real, we kinda penetrate your brain. Police never gave a fuck, that's why we always blaming them. Nigga with an attitude, feel like Dr. Dre and them. I don't fuck with suckers, I don't trust them, I don't play with them. Hit them from the back, I hit the door cause I don't lay with them. Always ready to stop by, niggas bout they pay the skill. Bands on me, now we doing donuts in the Lambo, plenty gun, plenty ammo, gotta get it, cause this man no money. Power, what I step up, going around like a tornado. Gotta plug you from Barbados, eating good, stay for
Circle small period, first to death killing it, cashing out spinning it, 100 round extended clip, iced out spilling drip, purple and yellow take a sip, fly away and take a trip, pink slip for every rip, circle small period, first to death killing it, cashing out spinning it, 100 round extended clip, iced out spilling drip, purple and yellow take a sip, fly away and take a trip, pink slip for every rip. Every time I turn around, that pussy ass nigga in Detroit got something to say. MoneyBoy trade this, MoneyBoy trade that. Nigga, what's up? You don't want no smoke, bitch ass nigga. I'ma stay counting money, big face, blue honey. What's the beef, you don't want it? Extended clip, hold a honey. Driving out, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. It's in the clip, hold a 100. I'ma stay count money. Big face, blue honey. What's beef, you don't want it. It's in the clip, hold a 100. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. It's in the clip, hold a 100. It's in the clip, hold a 100. Trap lag, gotta jump in. 2 for 1, Tim Duncan. Back and forth, fiend coming. Blue faces out honey. Paper chasing, bitch, I run it. I'm a star, I'm a comment. Drippin' sauce while I'm stunning. 000 comma. Cape Coast in Guyana. 3 bitches with me thinking shit. Politicking, kicking in the sun up. State game, beating Hunter. Stupid loud marijuana. Lower middle, born and red, got it off the blade, hustling on the corner. Shades, Dolce and Gabbana. President just a shit Obama. Country thug, JJ, MoneyBoy trade, niggas got a problem. Pussy niggas used to rob them. Kept a 38 revolver. Got a problem solver. Red diamond like the Cardinal. 100 rounds in my arsenal. Treat her up like a hostel. I got shooters on the roster. Dreadhead nigga roster. Real deal, no imposter. Legendary, I'm a rockstar. Real deal, no imposter. Legendary, I'm a rockstar. I'ma stay counting money. Big face, blue honey. What's beef, you don't want it. It's in the clip, hold a 100. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. It's in the clip, hold a 100. I'ma stay counting money. Big face, blue honey. What's beef, you don't want it. It's in the clip, hold a 100. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. It's in the clip, hold a 100.
1 clock, 2 shots. They dead like 2 bye. I'm old school like a 2 truck. I'm in the kitchen working 2
Let's get it.
Gucci linen on my ass. I ride designer like a mother. These niggas hit you like some false. I'm smoking cone, no walk. Nigga self-made, a nigga boss. Nigga 10,000, that's a boss.
Come on.
Petty little field, Kenny Lofton. My middle name should be Caution. My trap boo when it's an option. What you want, nigga? For that word, they paying around. What you need, nigga? Who's but I'm young and handsome. Standing tall like Rap Sampson. A lot of niggas acting feminine. This made a chicken ain't sending me. Feeling like I wanna learn. Like Mike Gibson, all about the Benjamin. Multiplying like a gremlin. Sub-Zero about to finish him. Got no tape, people murder plots with the judge said. When he sentenced him, it was one of me about 10 of him. Keep a body pad like Eminem. Me and Joe was kinda similar. We be something like a synonym. Motivation like a head coach. Put you on your back like a dead boat. Boss got a DB everywhere, but I'm going in, I'm talking head quote.
I'ma stay counting money. Big face, blue honey. What's beef, you don't want it. It's in the clip, hold a 100. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. It's in the clip, hold a 100. I'ma stay counting money. Big face, blue honey. What's beef, you don't want it. It's in the clip, hold a 100. Drummer.
Never been a hoe, I stay on go, so what the business? Nigga talking reckless, shoot this bitch ass with the quickness. Now he bleeding, sorry, beggar, asking for forgiveness. Bow, 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 limp biscuit. All my niggas wildin', they done labeled us a misfit. Wake up every morning, 2 or 3, 5 in the tidbit. Oh shit, didn't nobody come to see you old, it's some focus. Shoot 100 shots, no reloaded. Master of the game, you would think I'm into coded. Memphis niggas spit this pimpin', mackin' like I'm golden. Ho, with my money, you gon' turn me to the old me. Say hi, first class flight, I'm in the nosebleed. Copy, cooking, whipping, shipping, till you count the proceeds. OG, I've been moving pack niggas since 03. Low key, niggas hating, but they don't want no beef. State gang, true sippers, bitch, I bet we don't eat. Get jammed, get a lawyer, make it bunny, don't speak. Pour up, I need some more. A nigga had a long week. Shout out to my plug, he showed me love, he out in Long Beach. I'm true geek, walking by myself but left with 2 freaks. Ooh wee, nothing in they mouth and on they booty. Austin Power swag, yeah baby, this is groovy. You can call me Money Boy or you can call me Nudie. Hood niggas, churches, chicken, let me get a 2-piece. Top down, 2-seater, let me feel the 2 breathe. Gotta hold it steady, chopper, kick it back like Bruce Lee. Lately I've been in the zone, I guess I'm in my 2-3. Don't call my phone for nothing less than a QP. Feeling like the Migos, cause my bitch is bad and bougie. All my haters love me, all these bitches just some groupies. Came a long way, I like to introduce the new me. Standing on business like I'm king or like I'm Drewski. Call me Ron Island, cause I like my love for choosy. When we link, it's a movie. She busted like a Uzi. I love the way she do me. I beat it up like Uzi. She dancing just like Suki. Call me Ron Island, cause I love my love for choosy. When we link, it's a movie. She busted like a Uzi. I love the way she do me. I beat it up like Uzi. She dancing just like Suki. I never been a hoe, I stay on go, so what the business? Niggas talking reckless, shoot his bitch ass with the quickness. Name pleading, sorry, begging, asking for forgiveness. Bow, 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 Limp Biscuit. Never been a hoe, I stay on go, so what the business? Nigga talking reckless, shoot his bitch ass with the quickness. Name pleading, sorry, begging, asking for forgiveness. Bow, 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 Limp Biscuit.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. How y'all doing? I feel like it's been a long time since I talked to y'all. I think it was Friday. It just feel like a long time. How y'all doing though? Pretty dry news cycle going around, except for Truth. What D Truth said about Truth, she got sidetracked by Dick. That was breaking news. But other than that, it's been a dry news cycle. And I said we were gonna do Kamala Harris week. I really ain't got too much on Kamala Harris week. It's been trimmed down to a couple of days. I heard Jed, I came in his live late, so I can't say I heard he had a good live. From what I heard, it was good, but I know it was good because I didn't even hit up because the live is gone now for some reason. He took it down, and people said they was trying to watch it, so it had to been something good in there, some real good. But yeah, we're gonna listen to Judge Joe Brown talk about why he died. I don't know if Kwame, it's on Kwame Brown's channel. I don't know if Kwame has much to say. I think Judge Joe Brown took charge on this one, but he gonna give some real informative things. I had to go look some of the stuff up that he said myself, like the book that Kamala Harris' daddy wrote, the book he wrote where he talked about his lineage being Irish, and it was before Jamaica. Well, yeah, it was just, because his granddad, his great was an Irishman, came over and was a slave owner and set up plantations so much. He was so good at his job, they named the settlement and the colony after him. That's how good he was. But yeah, let's listen to Judge Joe Brown.
Cisco, Willie Brown, some of the things that you said about that song became a classic on the internet because he added up some of the things that you said about Kamala Harris that now people are bringing back up about Mr. Brown that she allegedly was with.
Willie Brown,
Senator. What's his name? Something Brown.
There's Kwame Dad.
Oh, you're talking about the mayor of San Francisco, Willie Brown. Yeah,
Kwame Dad name, Willie Brown. But interestingly enough, Kamala, she stayed with a married nigga or somebody in a relationship. She that's what she do. I ain't judging her. I'm just saying that if she was to be black, that's one of the things that that she known for being the side chick she is.
She got her start from Willie Brown, and a lot of people have been speaking about some of the things that you brought to the internet that infamous day.
Yeah, well, it's like this. Oh, we got to go support the sister. We can get a black woman in the White House. No, you're not getting one. Her daddy says his entire background is either Caucasian Irish or Caucasian Hindu. His Irish ancestors owned a bunch of slaves, and none of his ancestors were slaves. He has a grandmother who is a dark-skinned Hindu who was a house servant. So where does Kamala get her black ancestry since her mother is classified as a Caucasian Tamil Hindu Brahmin caste person? They're dark skinned, but they're known anthropologically as Indo-Aryans, I-N-D-O hyphen, same word that the Nazis used to talk about the blonde-haired, blue-eyed Aryan supermen from the far north. It was a lie told very long, very loudly, and a lot of people believed it. They still do. Aryan Nation, Aryan Brotherhood, the neo-Nazis. But Aryans look exactly like Kamala Harris. They're swarthy, dark-haired, dark-eyed, and they're classified as Caucasian. So she's got a Caucasian mother, Caucasian dad. Where the hell does she come in being black? And even if her great-grandmother was part black, that's still not enough to make her black in America. She'd still be a typical white person. You want to see what the deal is? If you're white and black, do they call you white? No. They call you black, or that other N-word. If you are Chinese and black, they don't call you Chinese, they call you black. But she's supposed to be Hindu and black, and what do they call her in her own community? Hindu. So, yeah, she's lying. She went all through California being district attorney of San Francisco that Willie Brown Hindu. Then she became Attorney General for California, the first Hindu Asian DA, and then she became senator from California after Sorrel.
They said she was in California, they said she was Hindu what?
She was the first
Asian. That's classified as Asian. Hindu. That's from India. So she was an Asian Hindu all through California. Now she's black. She went to Howard. Yes. She's an AKA. Yes. But that doesn't make her black. She grew up in Canada. Her yearbook that you can find online if you want to go spend the time looking it up, in which she published when she had some things going on in California, it says she went from kindergarten through 12th grade in Canada. She lied about being bused in elementary school because she never went to elementary school in San Francisco. She was born in the same hospital in the same way.
I'm gonna pull that clip up where she was talking about being bused to school in America and all of that stuff. From K through 12 in Canada. She's a Canadian public school system recipient. But she told Joe Biden when she was going against him 4 years ago that she was offended about the comments he made about bus riders, because she was one of the kids that was on the bus in California. That was a damn lie. I got the clip. I'm finna play the clip.
And I will say also that in this campaign, we've also heard, and I'm going to now direct this at Vice President Biden. I do not believe you are a racist. And I agree with you when you commit yourself to the importance of finding common ground. But I also believe, and it's personal, and I was actually it was hurtful to hear you talk about the reputations of two United States senators who built their reputations and career on the segregation of race in this country.
Talking about Sean Thurman, I can't think of the other guy off the top of my head.
And it was not only that, but you also worked with them to oppose busing. And, there was a little girl in California who was part of the second class to integrate her public schools.
Just wait for it now. I'm gonna skip it back. She just said there was a little girl that was part of the second class to integrate their schools in California. But we know that she went to school from kindergarten to 12th grade in Canada. So what? She was bused as a preschooler? Do they even do that? Do they have a school bus for preschoolers?
That's a long ride.
I know we got daycare vans and shit for preschoolers down here, because that's typically where they at, daycare. Well, no, the schools now have pre-K in them, but I don't think you can put them on the school bus, G. Why would you?
Ice Cube used to go from the hood to the valley, but then, man, that's far ways, but not from Canada to America.
Man, she just be lying. These politicians don't give a fuck about the lies they tell. This was just 4 years ago when she was running against Biden. This before she got picked to be vice president.
You also worked with them to oppose busing. And, there was a little girl in California who was part of the second class to integrate her public schools. And she was bused to school every day. And that little girl was me.
Stop the cap. Joe Biden looking at her. Joe Biden looking at her like, bitch, quit lying. I got such pictures. Biden looking at her like, bitch, you lying. You is lying. Hold on, I gotta put the picture of Biden. It's like, girl, stop. I know you went to school in Canada.
So I will tell you that on this subject, it cannot be an intellectual debate among Democrats. We have to take it seriously. We have to act swiftly. As Attorney General of California, I was very proud to put in place a requirement that all my special agents would wear body cameras and keep those cameras on. So, thank you. Vice President Biden,
Man, your office set up several people. Fuck your body cam. Apparently the body cams didn't do enough. Y'all was still setting niggas up.
a chance to respond. Vice President Biden.
Mischaracterized my position across the board. I did not praise racist. That is not true. Number one. Number two, if we want to have this campaign litigated on who supports civil rights, whether I did or not, I'm happy to do that. I was a public defender. I didn't become a prosecutor. I came out, I left a good law firm to become a public defender.
Oh shit, this old, man, it's old. But this how he looked at her when she said she was in the second class to get her school integrated, and he knew goddamn well she went to school in Canada. This how he looking at her like, bitch, what? You what? And I'm just saying though, this is when he was trying to get the primary to become president. Do y'all see how much this nigga has aged in 4 years?
Yeah, pretty bad.
He didn't have to retire. He still looked pretty young on this one, and he was 80.
Yeah, he
was 80. Yeah, he was 80. Yeah, he was 80 in this photo. He don't look bad at all. Boy, you see a photo of him now, it is night and day. This job is stressful.
It looks like Lincoln.
When in fact, my city was in flames because of the assassination of Dr. King. Number one. Number two, as the U.S.
Your city? Look, your city. What you mean, your city? Oh. Well, I forgot that the country did revolt after King was shot. But I was like, you ain't from Memphis, sir.
As the Vice President of the United States, I work with a man who, in fact, we work very hard to see to it we dealt with these issues in a major, major way. The fact is that in terms of bus...
Okay, I'm done with the clip. I got to call and bother.
I got one thing to say. You know how she said that, he said that he started political career on integration? She started her political career being a mistress. So,
She did.
People always leave that shit out.
Doesn't make her a bad person.
She don't make you a bad person.
She was a mistress, but she still had to have the education. She still had to go to college and be a lawyer.
Yeah, so Tiffany Henyard. Does that mean anything?
Terry, are you coming to work this evening? Are you coming to work this evening, Terry?
No, sir.
True.
You wait, when the fuck was you gonna say something?
No call, no show.
I didn't even know you had a lot. Well, it said you could share it out, but I saw it after. Well, no, I didn't. I saw it earlier.
Thank you. You can't even lie your way out this one.
I just need one more night. That's it. I'll be to work tomorrow. I'll be to work.
I don't like you. There's nothing wrong. I just don't like you.
You don't like me to be out. I know. See, I ain't supposed to have no life. You know, you supposed to have all the life. All the life.
This is not about me. This is not about me. This is not about me, ma'am. This is about you.
Yes, it's about you and it's about me. It's about me not able to have a life, but you supposed to have all the life.
You have to have your life around YouTube, ma'am, like everybody else.
So listen, I went live yesterday. Listen, I just took today. I went live yesterday. I went live day before.
Me too. Well, I ain't been live since Friday, but I was on your live.
I know you was there, but you what?
I was on your live. I talked, and then I don't recall the rest of it.
Let's be clear. So just give me I'll be back tomorrow. I will be front and center.
I think Lil Woody got called back into court, so hopefully we have some good shit. Cause I guess they still want to talk to this nigga. I guess they still got questions for him to not recall.
This is not even. This is the Lil Woody trial. This ain't even. I'm telling you, this trial is not gonna end like this trial has been a circus. It's not even been a trial. They talking about it on YouTube how there's no way the jury gonna be able to come up with a fair
guilty verdict. They're not gonna remember what the fuck going on by the time it gets to them. They're like, huh?
That's what I'm saying.
Who did what?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Alex Murdoch finna be off though. Nancy Grace mad.
Yep, I heard that.
Nancy Grace got a.
She is really upset about this one. She take this one to heart. But that clerk shouldn't do what she did.
When I know you be off and things, you got things going on, I don't bother you. Why did you constantly harass me?
I didn't know that you were off, man. That's why I called to see if you were coming to
I told him not to.
You notice I ain't been live all day.
Gabe said he told me not to. That's a bold-faced lie, but that's his story. He told me not to bother you.
Love you, Mr. Truth.
Who what?
Gabe said he told me not to bother you. He lying though.
Thank you, Gabe.
He lying.
Gabe got my back.
He's lying. Truth. He didn't say a damn thing.
I told him about I be working now. This is
whatever, ma'am.
I told you last week what was going on. What you remember or not?
I do, but I didn't remember the days. I didn't remember the exact days.
You don't listen, Trey. Just a man. You don't listen. Hey, Gabe. Gabe, you on the panel. Hey, Gabe.
Yeah, he can't. He said, hey, True. You can't hear him because he in the headphones.
Love you, Miss Your Truth.
He said, love and miss you with your legs ass. That's what Gabe said.
Now, while you talking about him and Kwame Brown, you be talking about why his wife is kicking him to the curb after 40 years. That's what you need to be talking about.
Who? Judge Mathis?
This Judge O'Brien.
Well, Judge Mathis' wife probably just had him. She probably got her a young nigga. It don't always.
Listen, if you been with somebody 40 years, let it go.
You just fall out. Sometimes you just fall out of love. And she just woke up one day and like, I can't do it no more. She ain't say he was cheating and no shit like that. Although I have seen some salacious YouTube videos talking about because he was at Diddy parties. That's how messy YouTubers are. They talking about she doing it because he was at Diddy parties. They ain't got no proof.
Well, he probably finna be, out in some type of way,
Nah.
Everybody else being out. He probably finna be out. He probably won't be a part of it.
It's just like Jeff Bezos' wife and Bill Gates' wife. They just got tired of this shit.
Yeah, it be a lot.
Tom Brady wife divorced him. This nigga is the greatest football player ever. And she I guess in the white world, she's the finest supermodel ever to the white people, and she divorced him.
I'm saying
Who you talking about?
Tom Brady and Giselle Bundchen.
Oh, Brady.
You know that they is an attractive couple on both sides.
Stuck around for all those years, married to the man, we would leave. As soon as he get out, you divorce. That don't make sense. That's honestly not.
Well, he never got out though. That was the problem. That was the problem. He never got out. He retired for like 2 months and then went back. Won the Super Bowl and then they sucked the next year. Like she was like, damn.
Yeah.
At least after the Super Bowl, but yeah, he just took her for granted and she couldn't do the shit no more. He didn't cheat. If anything, he cheated on her with his job. She just got tired of it.
Nick Saban's gonna keep on his wife now, but they old.
Nick is retired. He don't do football no more.
But
He
Nick
on
Saban's
TV.
supposed to be retired, and he ain't really retired. He ain't retired.
He on TV. He ain't got to be at the office every day. He gets to be at home. He just traveling on the weekend for the shows.
He's still traveling though. That's still the same grind.
Breaking down film and going to recruit and shit is different from talking about the two teams that's about to play, because he don't have to break down no film yet.
But
And he's played most of those teams.
You know the traveling's a bitch though.
He on a jet. Nick old ass is on a jet. ABC sending the private jet for wherever he got to go, and the rest of them people that's on that staff.
He's on Fox.
Yeah, Fox, yeah, he got his own jet. He ain't even riding with the rest of them. Well, maybe Pat McAfee with him, but yeah, they got the jet. So
I love Pat McAfee.
Wait a minute, is this the carnival that Phyllis was at?
Alright, bye, woman.
Bye, Drew.
I said, alright, bye, woman.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'll try to get my back.
She ain't coming to work again. Who rich on their own?
She was born in the same hospital in the same 12-month period my ex-wife was, and my ex, now late mother-in-law, was a paternity nurse in the same delivery room where she was born. So yeah, she comes from that, but her mother was a Hindu, a visiting scholar, and her daddy was a visiting Hindu scholar, also professor. So how does she become from that background? She becomes a black woman. She's not. She's a fake. She's been faking her whole damn life.
So is this symbolism towards black women because they got a bunch of AKAs saying we're the black woman?
They want to recruit mammies.
Okay.
So the whole deal in slavery, the Democratic Party invented, this methodology because they were this party of slavery. They got chartered first, second decade of the 19th century to spread and protect slavery. And they started the Civil War. They started the Klan, Jim Crow, segregation, separate but equal, supposedly, which didn't turn out that way. All of the racism, all of the racist sheriffs and structure that you had in the South that was democratic. And now they turn the same methodology that they used to tame, train, and domesticate and work Negro cattle on their plantations. They've done it so they get the same thing. It's what you do is you never ever let black men lead other black men if you can help it. Always get a black woman to do it. That was the secret that the slave masters had. So they recruit comely wenches to be bed wenches, and if they're good, they move up to the top floor. And when they get gray hair, they make them mammies and put them out to run the color on the plantation. That's what they're doing. So they fake this. Now, when I had my show, and when it first started 26 years ago, there were what I thought were two beautiful sisters on staff. One of them was quite dark. And one day when the group of us were having a staff happy hour, one of them said, "Judge, you think we're black women, don't you?" I said, "Aren't you?" She said, "No, we're Hindu." And they gave me a couple of books written by some of their fellows, two guys who had cut their hair off so you couldn't see how wavy it was. changed the way they dressed, changed their language patterns, and passed from being black and got, in one case, a scholarship to medical school and got his way paid, and the other one got paid through school, masquerading black Americans. They're not. They're Hindu. They're swarthy. They're dark-skinned. And you have to understand that, because just because you have color to you does not mean you are black or African American or Afro American or ADOS or whatever. And this woman has absolutely no connection to the black man in America. Now, she's AKA, but so was my mother. My mother, for the AKAs out there, got made 1934. She's hiding behind the wall. So I can talk. I don't have anything against love mom, like dad. Proud of him. But anyway, she is going through this stuff claiming that because she's an AKA, this makes her a black woman, and she's the first black Greek to be vice president of the United States and likely candidate for president of the United States. No, that's a lie. The Alphas, A5A, they had Hubert Humphrey, big 6'4" tall, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, white boy, balding, who got made with a lot of wood back in the late 30s as an undergrad, and then again as a grad student in the late 40s, when he was vice president of the United States under Lyndon J. Johnson and Democratic candidate for president, Tricky Dick, a lot of crook, Millhouse Nick. So you get this. It's a lie, and they're trying to do something with black women that I recognize from having studied propaganda a long time ago. Usually a thing instead. People look and the
Hold on, Judge. You gotta check your audio. They're doing something with your audio. Your audio is getting distorted.
That ain't doing
There's a little bit of delay in your.
Yeah, they always do this one.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Always do this. They always do this. They're on if I start talking about the cum queen. Now, this heifer gets out there and say, baby, if you're nice, I'm going to do page 27 in the middle out of the Kama Sutra with you. And then we'll go to 53 at the top and follow up with page 112 at the bottom. And I don't have any problem with anybody sleeping around. Get your freak on. That's your business. But when you have sex for business or profit, money, you a hoe. I've represented all to know what they are like. And she stepped her way to the top. The LA Times detailed it often enough. She was with Willie Brown, and when she's in her 20s as a law student, what does she do? She gets hired through Willie Brown to work for this medical firm, contracts with the city of San Francisco. This is 30-some years ago, so the amount of money would be greatly increased in today's dollars, but she was getting $72,000 a year for working a 15-hour part-time job that the newspaper said was a fraud because she never showed up. She'd spend the time with Mayor Brown. Now,
thank you, Judge Roby.
He got her a promotion.
I ain't mad at Willie. Willie used his power and influence to get that young pussy.
Yeah, attaboy, Willie.
20 hours a week, and she wouldn't show up, but she was getting paid $120,000 a year for that. And he bought her a 750 BMW.
72,000.
Now, he made the connections to get her into politics. Now, the LA Times and the San Francisco Chronicle and some other stuff, they carried these articles back when about how she wanted to get on with this big firm. They wouldn't get her, so she started sleeping with one of their clients, an NBA player. Then she wanted to get on with the DA's office, so she had an affair with the assistant director. Then she got in through Montel Williams to get into the Hollywood scene. named Brown. She came here to meet a friend of mine who was a lady judge, got told off by Kamala Harris because the lady judge went up to speak to Mayor Brown, and Kamala, apparently, according to the report, jumped in. That's my man. Get away from him. And the judge said he ain't my type. But anyway, you know, this has been going on. So she's sort of done the casting couch to get up. Now, I know from Hollywood, there are a lot of women and these guys that did the casting couch, since it tends to be girl on girl, boy on boy now.
Yep.
And the thing of it is if you have talent and hold off on that, you'll get there. With whatever you do, you can make your own breaks. But if you try to do the casting couch, you get typecast, and everybody knows you're a piece of ass. So that's why you get treated. And also, there's another thing. You tend to rise quickly, but your limits hit you. Now, looking at Kamala, you see her sure say stuff like, today is going to be tomorrow, so tomorrow is today, so that's why we have today. Like, what the hell did you just say? Well, I've talked to some doctors, and they tell me.
That's like Glorilla saying, at the end of the day gonna end.
Yeah.
That's a sign of early onset dementia. Now, she's 60 years old, and at my age, I know there are people that are 90, 100 that are sharp, and I've also witnessed some people that I've known for years who late 50s, early 60s started going senile. They started suffering from dementia. Some of them had Alzheimer's that developed. And that circular word salad thing she's doing illustrates early onset dementia, which, considering her age, would indicate a worse situation than decrepit buzzard bait, who's ready to die and baits the buzzards to come down and feed on the carcass. So she doesn't really have what it takes because she has no experience administering things. She's been a casting couch figurehead. She didn't run the DA's office in San Francisco, though she interjected herself often. She didn't run the Attorney General's office for California. She just did political intervention. And then she got sponsored to be senator. Now, how she got there in California is she's not a parent. She has no children, though she adopted her Jewish husband's children. And that's after they were essentially in high school. But she locked up more than 1,000 parents because they supposedly had delinquent children. And a lot of these parents, basically single female parents, mothers, black mothers, dropped the kids off, say, on the steps of the school. And the kids played hooky. They didn't know, but they got locked up. She gave out the stiffest sentences in the United States for simple possession of marijuana in San Francisco, of all places, but to black males, not to the white ones. She had pogroms against black males. The California Supreme Court on one occasion had to order her to surrender exculpating evidence on somebody convicted of a murder. She habitually intervened to keep black men from being put on parole so they could be used as firefighters to fight these California wildfires they had, forest fires. She's got a whole list of horrors that she has committed in the interest of her ambitions, whatever they were. And black men have suffered. Now, she's used black men, and she exemplifies the attitude that I saw in the prostitutes and dancers, many of each that I've represented over the years. And that's that they disdain men. And it seems her mother was a staunch feminist, and that's who raised her, because mom and dad couldn't get along with each other and they quickly broke up. So she had a sister who, by the way, is an aunt by marriage with Jussie Smollett. You remember the noose around the neck in the fake lynching attempt up in Chicago to get Cory Booker and Kamala Harris through the door on bringing back up something that John Conyers introduced in 1997 as the anti-lynch bill, now known as the Emmett Till anti-lynch bill, that has absolutely nothing to do with lynching, but everything with interjecting sexual orientation into American federal criminal law. Now, away from that, back to her, we have One West Bank that was owned by the billionaire George Soros. It was CEO'd by Mnuchin, who infamously was with the Obama administration. Well, they defrauded a lot of people with this mortgage bundling scheme, and throughout California, various counties returned a total of more than 5,200 counts of indictments against One West Bank and Mnuchin for felonious conduct. So Mnuchin and Soros sponsored, raised a lot of money, and got it through some channels to get Kamala Harris elected as Attorney General for California. She used the authority of that office to consolidate all of these indictments and get them dismissed. And then a few weeks later, Soros sold One West Bank for $4.2 billion. And a lot of people were out of their houses, homes, investments, and were destitute as a result. So that evil has not been corrected. Now, when she was in office in San Francisco, she had every opportunity to take some steps using the authority of the district attorney's office to come up with rehabilitative programs, to get training and vocational education for all of these were living in Oakland and Richmond in her district. She did everything except try to put his people in jail. Nothing but assisting to deal with parents of uncertainty with black women in Richmond and Oakland who were having problems with their male children. She just chose to put them in jail. And she's got a history of opportunistically exploiting the moment. Now, on the world scene, this woman who has no experience with diplomacy except what we've seen as an abject failure when they gave her the go to be the chief diplomat on the ground in Europe for the United States. She just embarrassed the hell out of the country with her word salad nonsense. We found she had not grown out of her California habit of being extremely lazy. And we had this mass turnover in her staff who indicated that they were just disgusted at staying up late at night and doing all this work to give her briefings, and she wouldn't pay any attention. And from the lawyers that I know in California who actually dealt with her in a courtroom, they said instead of preparation, she just hiked up her hemline when she wanted to make an impression. So that's the kind of thing we have, but we're left with someone that has also failed when they got given a real task. Remember, she's the border czar. So do we have any control over the border? No. We've got all of these folks just crashing across who are going to usurp positions of black people in the economy. She's already talking about taking these tens of millions who've crashed the border and fast-tracking them so they can vote and get all of the citizenship rights and bypassing or cutting the line on these people who actually tried to do it the right way. We have a situation where California, and the thing that she's supporting through Newsom, they're trying to end homeless shelters out there for ordinary Americans who are down and out and use the facilities, put in the illegals. You've got massive outbreaks of hepatitis, HIV, You've got a problem with measles epidemics and a horrendous tuberculosis strain that has no known cure that is spreading. You've got people from gangs, empty penitentiaries in South America. You've got people who are sexual offenders, predators, homicidal maniacs. You've got drug dealers. You've got all sorts of criminality that she did absolutely nothing to vet coming across the border. You've got this thing going on in Ukraine and also in Gaza. And you've got enemies of the country. You've got all of these military-aged Chinese males who are coming across, sleeping in uniform backpack tents with collective community stoves that they can pack. And I'm sure these people who have a thing against the United States have brought over military-grade explosives.
I think he's using a bunch of hyperbole. It may be out of every 100 immigrants that he talked about, it's one of the people he just described. One of every 100 is coming up.
I think it's more than that, dude. I'm telling you, the Mexican that's coming in is the cartel Mexican. It's a different type of Mexican, bro. It's like, dude, it's not like like some homie I grew up with. But it's like, he was a gang and shit like that. And eventually he grows up and he gets a job. No, these dudes, like, they will fuck you up, man. They'll kill you. Like, cartel Mexicans aren't to be played with. Dude, look at Compton. That's why Compton has been cleared of black people. The cartel Mexican.
Explosives that nobody checked them for, gotten government transportation to the cities and critical locations they needed to get to, and they planted those explosives, and on cue, if necessary, they'll detonate them and make 911 look like a Boy Scout meeting. So we have had a total failure of responsibility, a lack of aptitude, a disgraceful denegation of being able to carry out the task of being border czar. We have an embarrassment to the country when it comes to international diplomacy. We have a person that has illustrated this thing throughout life, and she's not young anymore in spite of her comporting around in pearls and bucks and chucks. She's 60 plus years old. She was born in 1964. So what is she supposed to do? She's been whoring her way through her career, so what's she supposed to be, an old hoe?
Attaboy,
I mean, I hate to be crude, but that's what you're getting. So what's supposed to happen when she has to deal with Putin or Xi Jinping, the premier of China? Have one of her Negro slaves bring her in rolled up naked in a carpet and throw her at Putin's feet, and he's like, say, hey, ho, get up. I got better around my place anyway. I don't want you. So that's not what we do.
Judge Joe Brown, sir. I don't know what to say, sir. I don't know what to say. You ain't wrong. You're not wrong at all. But you is definitely going hard, sir. I don't know why. Do she owe you some money? Did she?
He's been going hard since I've known him.
Like, was she on your show one time or something? Did she fire you from the office? Is there something is going on? Did she not give you that pussy or something? Something is going on, Judge. Why is you going this hard on the vice president?
He always goes this hard, Trey. He always does.
Jeez. They said, fuck your vice president. Secret Service
I was just about to come on camera, but I'm scared. Oh, we got to support Missy. All these coons against Missy. Well, young brothers, you've seen this kind of game run on you. You see it on the streets. All these heifers that out there hustling you. This is one of them that did it big time, and you want that to run you? Oh, evil Trump. Look here. I remember I had been to New York for years and years, and this was back in the 90s, and I'm a sitting judge, right? So there's a conference. I go there and I run into some guys I haven't seen for a long time. Hey, Joe, man, let's go hang out at some of the clubs. Yeah, man, I'm down for New York clubs, man. Yeah, I'm a bachelor. Let's go party, man. Yeah. So we go to these clubs, and there's this tall white boy. He's walking in. He doesn't have any security. He's sitting down, glad-handing everybody, buying drinks, having a good time, and everybody is trying to get over to him. You know, the Al Sharptons and the Jesse Jacksons and everybody, and all of the rap artists and black celebrities. You know, I'm just ordinary people then. I wasn't in that group, but I checked it out. I said, who's this, man? Oh, that's Trump. Trump. I said, Trump? Yeah, the dude that on that building, Trump Tower down there. I said,
Looks like it.
I thought so. I knew it'd be Trump. That's all.
oh, the billionaire said, yeah. Said, man, you know, he hangs with black folk all the time. And everybody loved him. Now he's a villain because he turned out to be the Baba Yaga, the boogeyman, because he is not pro-rainbow. And that's what we're really looking at right now. If you support Kamala Harris, what you're supporting is that mess you saw for the opening of the Olympics, that ceremony. If you support Kamala Harris, you're supporting what they're doing in California.
Now, what's interesting about that is most of the countries that perform in the Olympics that had to be part of that opening ceremony, being gay is punishable by something in their country. Most of the time it's death, but it's punishable by something by most of the countries that participate.
Yep.
That's what's crazy about that opening ceremony.
You're right now, which is parents can't be told that their children are being talked into transitioning to something else, to being freaks. What you are voting for is boys who still got swinging dicks being able to use your shower rooms if you're a girl, your restrooms if you're a girl or a woman, being able to sit there and talk about you can't exclude them because they want to put on a sports bra from beating your daughters up in an athletic contest. That's what you're voting for. Now, let's be real. There's more to it. Some places like where I am, you know, the only protection you...
Did you say swinging dicks? Or swanging dicks?
can get because her folk are running, her blue folk are running the cities and they aren't safe. They've gone to hell because they took manhood out of the hood and the hallway. They want to do that on a worse scale. So we at least can arm up in some places so you can protect yourself and your family. But they want to take that away. They want to sit there and restrict what you can say. And you know the problems that you have when you're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, anything else with getting demonetized and censored because you say something that somebody disagrees with and you hurt some folks' feelings. You can show all the damn porn you want. Pornhub it all day long. And nobody gives a damn. You can say the N word and everything else, but you can't say certain other words if certain select folk get their feelings hurt or their feelings ruffled and know, oh my God, somebody got shamed. You can't do that.
Well,
they're getting deep off into suppression of speech, censorship, and everything is run by this propaganda engine that they just have out there. It's beginning to look just like Nazi Germany in the late 1920s and 1930s. It's fascist. And that's what you're getting right now. And if you vote for this witch, that's what you're doing.
So let me ask you this, Judge. What do you think about the identity politics that they're doing? Because they're going to heavily focus on Miss Kamala being a woman. They're going to say that everything that everybody says to her is misogynistic, it's toxic, it's all these words.
Which they have been doing, by the way. Trump ain't supposed to insult her because she's a woman.
Yeah, well, what are we going to do to stop women from just voting for her just because she's a black woman? Or they think
a lot of black women say hell no. And see, the point is that's the censorship and the propaganda engine I'm talking about. It isn't like that out in the real world and out on the streets. You get these folk that always have to be trendy. They're repeating what they hear on the news, but the news is lying. They had a thing in there where several thousand people showed up. In the local news agencies, there weren't even hardly 80 people showed up. You know, and you talk to black women who've been in the job market, job place, the working place, and they'll tell you, never again in life, after going through the miserable experience of working for a woman, will they work for another. And a lot of women don't want that either. That's just a propaganda thing that they're putting out. Like everybody is not damn rainbow, but if you look at Walt Disney, television, mainstream media, and the movies, you'd think at least half the country runs around swishing with panties on and got swinging dicks. They don't. The actual facts are less than 0.5%.
Less than 10%.
Less than 0.5% of the American public is tranny. Less than 1% is lesbian, and less than 1.5% is male homosexual. You got 4 to 4.5% to swing both ways. But if you listen to mainstream,
that's why I said it.
And the suicide rate.
It used to be around 7%. I think it's went up by then, but the numbers he gave was 7, but it's about 10% now.
The suicide rates with transsexuals is just so fucking high. It's crazy. Like it. Basically, if you're transsexual, you're gonna fucking kill yourself at some point. According to statistics, I'm just saying.
Yeah, Judge Joe, he was drinking on some cognac, and he said, "I got something to say."
Yeah,
he was clearly on that cognac.
I told you the reason why black people like Hennessy. There's a reason to
explain.
It goes back to World War II. Now, everyone, you know, when Japan hit Pearl Harbor, everyone signed up for the war, right? Now, black people were not treated the same, right? But here's the thing: like, when they went to France, because a lot of them got sent to France, and here's the thing: Europe was big on cognac, America was big on whiskey. Now, they didn't feel like they'd been treated the same, and in Europe, they were treated like heroes. So they drank cognac because everybody else drank cognac, and Americans drank whiskey. So when they went back, after the war, they went back to the families. They passed out bottles of cognac, of Hennessy, and it became a thing. And here's the second biggest reason why. Hennessy figured this out, and they started to market their drink toward black people, not making them caricatures, but making them regular people. So that is why black people like Hennessy. They've been good to you. So that
I don't really like Hennessy.
I don't like it either, but that is my
I drank it, but it don't taste like shit. I don't think I may have purchased Hennessy with my money once, maybe twice. I can't recall either time. But yeah, it doesn't taste like shit to me. But the white Hennessy tastes better than the other shit.
But historically, Hennessy has been very good to black people.
Hennessy is under the Moet and Chandon brand, though, who has a lot of different
because cognac was invented in France, and obviously over here we created whiskey. So
niggas love their cognac.
Yeah, and those they were you
can't say when I say niggas love their cognac.
No, I'm saying like Black troops, like they felt like, you know, it's like, dude, we're fucking fighting for the same shit. Like, you guys aren't treating us the same. But in France and in Europe, they were treated like heroes. So it's like, we're gonna drink cognac. Cognac's gonna be our shit. And that's why blacks, it's like the drink of choice. Not for all.
I don't think that's why niggas drink Hennessy at all. I think niggas drunk it for but that's probably how it became a thing with them advertising. But the new niggas, the ones that was drinking in the 80s and 90s, they was doing it because it was expensive and it was a social status thing.
No, there's a
just
difference
like
with that.
Moet and Ace of Spades and
hip hop and all that shit.
And Chris Style.
Mm-hmm. That's a hip hop thing.
Yeah,
a whole different
that's
story.
what I'm saying. It was a social status. It switched up.
Yeah.
If you ask any of them people that was drinking Hennessy back then, they ain't know it was black people that was ambassadors for Hennessy.
But that is why
I know this.
But that is why black people like cognac more than whiskey, from what I've read.
It just the older black crowd is some whiskey drinkers. They drank it because there's so many of them. You got Kentucky whiskey, you got Jack Daniels Tennessee whiskey.
Yeah, wasn't Jack Daniels in Tennessee?
It's a lot of different whiskeys out. So it just depends on where you're from, though. Actually,
whiskey is totally an American thing, and cognac is
it's
European.
It's split between whiskey and cognac.
I
guess I would say, light-skinned old niggas drank cognac, and then the dark-skinned niggas drank whiskey.
I had no problem, son. I just white liquor. Thank you very much.
You broke up. I can't hear you.
White liquor.
You're breaking up.
She said she like licking white liquor.
I drink white liquor.
Well, add a girl.
Yeah, she likes white pepper.
Hell yeah, give me some bumpy face and some papaya juice, and I'm your friend to the end.
Sorry, Juicy Kim's one of my favorites.
Hey fellas, how y'all doing? I just came up here.
Dave don't know. He don't know what the hell you talking about, Juicy Kim.
Oh, when I said bumpy face.
Well, and just in general, that too. But yeah, bumpy face is Seagram's gin.
Yes, it is. Give me some more steak.
Gin is fucking disgusting. Gin is nasty.
It is not nasty, sir. It's not nasty, sir.
Gin is terrible. It has to be the worst liquor known to man.
It's not nasty. What you like? Tanqueray or something like that, or
Tanqueray is gin too. I don't like any kind of gin. I don't.
You don't like no kind of gin. Okay, I see.
Gin is terrible. Ew.
Well, I don't like hen dog. I do not like hen dog because that shit is, when I drunk some of that, it's hot. It's like put fire in my chest. It's hot.
Like
you would love to kick up my dad, Juicy Kim, because he drinks fucking gin. He drinks fucking cognac, like those beef eaters.
Beef eaters.
And gin was the only thing left on the earth I would sober up. Gin would make me be sober if that's all it was to drink.
But I noticed a lot of African American men don't like drinking white liquor because they become a whole different person. It's like white liquor to a man is like they become violent.
I like corn whiskey. I like tequila. I like vodka. I just don't like gin. I fuck with some vodka and tequila, especially vodka.
Vodka is
Russian.
Yeah, but ain't vodka Bacardi or something? No, that's Bacardi is rum.
Vodka got about 300. Got about 300 people that make this shit.
Oh, I know a lot of people was drinking at 5 o'clock.
It's absolute. Like you probably see now the black people drink that cheap Burnett's. That means crackheads drink Burnett's vodka. But no, everybody else drinks Absolute and Sylvester.
Yes.
Yeah, that's gin.
Wild Turkey.
That's whiskey, right?
Yeah, that's whiskey.
I'm cool with Wild Turkey.
TW Samuels. Wild Turkey is Kentucky burger, if I'm not mistaken, ain't it?
That shit ain't it like 101 proof or something? 110 proof? Something like that.
You look for high alcohol. Yeah, you look for high alcoholic volumes.
Yeah.
If you poured Wild Turkey into a leaf blower, it turns into a jetpack.
Really?
Yep.
No, we just said it's that strong. TW Samuels is whiskey, but like TW Samuels is the only whiskey I know that'll give you like an 8-hour lasting effect. That shit just does not wear off. Not really much.
Now,
so really
Kettle one for this to the goose.
What's that one liquor that it was an old liquor. It was oh my God, what was it called?
Thunderbird.
And they made that song about it, Brass Monkey. What was the name of that liquor?
Oh shit.
That Funky Monkey?
Yeah, but it was actually a liquor they made. It was a liquor. And it was
I'm 41, Juicy Kim. I don't know this.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
I'm now 42.
Whoever knew to say I'm 41 would be a flex. It's always somebody older than me though, so I can always get it. Pow.
AV Malt Liquor is the only song they reference in Brass Monkey.
Oh man, don't even call. I used to drink OE. Eight ball. They call it Old English. That's why I started off drinking that when I was 17. I used to drink that. Then I started drinking Budweiser, ice cold Budweiser out the freezer. Baby. Woo! In the hot summer. Baby, that used to be good.
Juicy Kim's a hood out the corner. She's on the corner drinking OE.
I used to give me a 40 and turn that motherfucker up like I was a nigga. I was like,
stop telling this story, Juicy Kim.
I'm sorry.
Not a 40, a 40.
I used to give me a 40 ounce Budweiser, put that thing in the freezer, let that thing get that little ice on that little baby.
You shouldn't tell anybody these stories ever again. Just think about them just in silence and be like, "It was a good old days."
There was a good old days. I ain't know. Look, when I lived, okay, you know, people shelter themselves, but I can say I lived. I had fun.
Too,
my youth was fun.
Ain't for the public. I've lived
not
too.
I'm not talking about them kind of stories. I'm just talking about having fun, period. You know, hanging out, going to the bar with your friend, just chilling, having fun.
Some of them stories off limits too.
Once you drank
a lot of them stories is off limits.
Once you had an OE, did you hit the flow?
Man, let me tell you, when we was drinking that, because they used to come in that big fat bottle. Used to be, oh my God. We used to say that this, the real 227, we used to call it down the street. And we'll sit on the stoop like, what's her name say? She be sitting on the stoop. We really sit out. And we'll be drinking that before you know how you got to get your drink on before you go to the bar?
Yeah.
That's what we used to do.
Coke 45.
No, not Coke 45. I ain't never drink Coke 45. Ooh, no. I was drinking Old English.
We were Mickey's or King Cobra?
No, I ain't never drink Mickey's. That was in that green bottle, right? The little green bottle. No, I did Coronas. I had Corona, and I had OE and Budweiser.
Corona, you ain't had no Corona when you was in your youth. Corona just came out 20. Corona just came out 20 years ago. When you was in your youth, you wasn't no Corona.
20 years ago.
Let's do Mexican. Can we get the Corona birthday?
I don't know.
Good. Just you Google it.
Okay, all right. I'm on it.
Dos Equis is fairly new as well. Now,
Been out. It was out when I was younger.
Modelo and Dos Equis.
Because they used to put the little, especially when you went to the bar, you could get the Corona.
I think Corona came out around 99, 2000.
No, it's been longer than that, dude.
Really?
Yes.
Nah, Corona is about 25 years old.
No.
Corona been out,
Corona got to be about 25 years old.
No, it's longer than that. I'm
way longer than that.
Where are you going to Google?
Hold on,
I would say I will fuck everybody's shit up. Okay, Google.
Birthday. Corona Beer birthday. Okay, here we go. Corona Beer was founded in 1925. So shut your face, Trey.
Okay, when did it become big in Memphis? Not in Memphis, in the United States. It was founded in Mexico in 1925.
Look, I don't know about your hee-haw.
Come on. When did it break ground in the U.S.?
I don't know about your hee-haw state, but I know that we've had Corona forever. Like, ever since I've been born, I can remember Corona.
Oh, Corona been out.
Now, you and your state...
You may get away with one, Juicy Kim.
Yeah, you be trying to check me, Trey. Don't be trying to check me, man.
You and all the other hayseeds might not know Corona, but I've known Corona all my life.
I don't like Corona, so I don't give two shits. I just remember when I started seeing the commercials.
Hey, I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. I don't know what soap is.
You sound like Andy Kaufman, sir.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yo, I'm sorry, I didn't even speak to that. I just say look at the message.
Because I'm from Hollywood and I have the brain.
It was introduced in the U.S. 1979. I was 20 years old. It's been around your life, so Gabe, it's been in the U.S. about 40-some years. So, yeah.
Well, so I was able to.
When were you born, Juicy Kim? 55?
69.
Okay, so it was 10 years old, and then by the time you got 18, you were going on 30. Okay. All right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have an acquired taste for beer. A lot of people don't like beer.
It took almost 50 years for it to come to the U.S. after it was created.
Say beer for me, Trey. Say beer, bro. You be like, bro.
Burr.
Burr.
How you say it?
Burr.
How you say it?
I say beer. Beer.
See,
you be like, bro.
He's from Memphis, Tennessee. He's not from California. From Hollywood.
All right, we're gonna get her the fuck up out of here. We're gonna get him the fuck up out of here. I don't know what they think this is. Who they think I'm the pettiest nigga around. What y'all not gonna do is talk shit about me and don't think I'm gonna do something. Y'all better come back up here with some respect, damn it. Put some respect on Memphis, okay?
Here's what you do with soap. You put it on your body and you wash yourself. People from Memphis, Tennessee don't know that. You're not.
Help! Somebody! Anybody! Help!
Don't you disrespect me, Trey. I'm from Hollywood, damn it. I have the brain.
Oh.
I don't
I'm tired of you nigga bitches. Shit, goddamn.
I'm tired of you nigga bitches. Goddamn. Woo! What a take up from? I heard that before.
I love doing this show. It's goddamn, it's so fun.
Media, you get the exact same kind of lie they're telling about her popularity, which is half the damn country supposed to be that way. In Marvel Comics and Walt Disney, for example, since Stan Lee died, have committed themselves to taking these comic book heroes and either making half of them that kind of rainbow or creating them. Walt Disney is taking the cartoon characters and trying to make it that way. You have a backlash against it, and to show you what the real deal is, Bud Light, the blue can of beer that used to be so popular, they put that damn freak on with his blue panties and blue bra in a bubble bath, and they lost a hell of a lot of their business because that's the real American public. They say hell no. So the real American public is out there saying hell no. The real black women that are strong women are out there saying hell no. And you give them a bad name because you get this chick that played hoe to get someplace. Any woman can play that, but a lot of them say hell no. I'm going to do it the right way because I have talent, I have ability, and I work hard. Now, that is one of the bottom lines out there. She's an embarrassment to real black women. She has no connection with this damn country. She did not grow up here. Her people are not from here. So what is it that makes all of the colored mammies running around trying to be happy about it? And you don't have to be a mammy, it's all in your mind. Leave the damn plantation. There are no gates, there are no fences. And you're getting a game run on you by the old slave masters who knew the way to control their Negro slaves was to put the mammies in charge, not the men. Now, we don't need to fall for this. We have gotten nothing from this Biden immoral thing. Look at it. Did she marry herself a black man? No. She played with him, worked him, gave up some booty, and got a whole lot of advantage. What did she want? She married a Jewish lawyer. And not saying anything against the Jews, but it is what it is. She doesn't have any children. Maybe she got whatever, too much. But she adopted some Jewish kids, and she and her husband belong to a famous Jewish country club in Los Angeles that has a horrible track record against black folk, employees and no members. So what is it we're doing here? What are we identifying with? What is our inferiority complex about that it is so awful that we have to go manufacture something that we can go say, oh, we're one of them. No, you're not. You can't go over to India. No, that curry culture. No, you're black. She's not. So we all and all of the great black men and women who have done so much. We got enough of that with that Obama Bush boy, Barry Soetoro, who was the richest person ever to sit in the White House because he was blood kin relative to our oil industry. We had the specter of having cousins who were alive at the same time. We had President George Herbert Walker Bush, whose first cousin was Barack Obama's maternal grandfather. We have Obama's cousin, George W. Bush, who was president. We had Obama's cousin, Cheney, who was vice president. We had the running mate of his opponent, John McCain. Sarah Palin was his cousin. We had Lolo Soetoro, his stepdaddy, who adopted him. was the front for the CIA running the spy operations in North Vietnam, North Korea, China, Cambodia, Laos. The man was international vice president of Standard Oil. He also ran the kill squads, the death squads for the Indonesian government and killed millions of people. And he used his muscle to take over the oil industry in Indonesia. When he died, he was one of the richest men on the planet Earth, and he left everything in a trust fund with 3 beneficiaries, Barry Soetoro, aka Obama, and Obama's 2 half-siblings. The man is filthy rich, and check out Business Insider for his income after taking his first draw the year after he left the presidency. Now, you can see what kind of game you're getting run on you. Do you want a more game? The man didn't vote in the United States. He had no Black American relatives. And we sit there and we take this chick flick matinee star who is playing a game, playing a part, playing a role, and we just follow all the gushing like we go get down on knees and go something after opening up his or back, something he likes. That's your persuasion, that's your damn business. You keep it in your bedroom and keep you free there. Now, next thing, what do we get with Kamala Harris? Did she get raised in the United States? No, she got raised in Canada. Does she have a Black American ancestor? No, even less than Obama boy. At least Obama boy has some Johnny Rebs in his background through his mammy. But what do we have here? Nobody. So what is everybody so happy about? Because they got a poster child that's been manufactured, carefully groomed, touched up, airbrushed, and run through Photoshop. And we got happy neighbors who are running around, oh, we gonna get us back woman. Yeah, you just tell me what connection she's got with you. And that's like, oh, she's Black. Oh, she looks that way. But then again, I seem to recall the trenches of World War I in the history books where some white folk were killing other white folk. One set of them was German and the other one were French, and another party in there was English. So these white folk were deadly enemies. Okay, then there's Italy. You know, they were on one side in that war, and then, you know, there was another war, and what does that have to do with anything? The Chinese are supposed to be a yellow race, but they were fighting another yellow race, the Japanese, who was making slaves out of them. So what does color have to do with identification with your circumstances? Answer, absolutely nothing other than as a generic category. So you are sitting there all down on your knees, all with your thighs spread, whatever, so you can scissor with the woman if she did that, because you have somebody who got a paint job that you want to identify with. That's got nothing to do with your culture. That's got nothing to do with your actual ethnicity. That's got nothing to do with your historic circumstances. It's got nothing at all to do with your reality, but you are in love with it because you got an inferiority complex and your asses won't get up and look to your own interest and do for self. Now, that's what we're doing. I'll talk about it. And if you want to be equal, then you got to take heed. If you want to be a lady walking into the back of the ballroom, okay, fine. That's one thing. You want to get out there and be commander in chief and you have your finger over the nuclear button in the launch codes. Hell, that's a whole different order of business. Ain't got nothing to do with your gender, and you're open up, wide open to any kind of scrutiny, commentary, and a critical analysis. So get over it. And if you want to be a lady, act like one. You there?
Oh, I'm talking, but I had the mic clicked off. Yeah, I'm here. Let me ask you this: what do you think about the whole assassination attempt on Trump? Do you think it was real? Do you think it was staged?
You can't stage that. You can't stage what happened with a bullet. You're firing a 223, which is a 22 caliber bullet. It's light, it's high velocity, but it's not a big bullet. In hunting, it's for gophers, ground squirrels, varmints, stuff like that, rats, rabbits. Most states won't even let you use it for deer, 80-pound deer, because it's too small. And in the military, you're not trying to kill your adversity, you're trying to wound them. You kill somebody, you leave the body out on the field and it rots, nobody cares. But if you wound somebody, you just tie up 8 to 11 people trying to care for the guy. And in military terms, 95% of your casualties are caused by artillery, not bullets. So you're using the bullets to lay down fire to get people to go to cover so you can assault an objective. When it comes to killing, that 22 caliber bullet is not the most effective thing you can think of, but it'll work. Now, what happens is at 130 yards, this guy who is an amateur takes a shot at Trump's head. He almost gets it. Trump was looking over at a screen, and if he hadn't turned his head, it would have gone right above his right eye, and he'd be dead now, and we'd be having a whole different ball game, and I think a lot of people would be trying to kill a lot of other people in retaliation. Now, it didn't. It hit his ear. People get their ears pierced, don't they? Children and adults. They don't put you under general anesthesia because when they put the hole in it, it doesn't bleed badly. But when you take a high velocity bullet moving at that range from the shooter, somewhere around 20.
So we got to get the damn. Oh, hold on. Who is this dude in the background?
You hit the StreamYard link, so I hit it. I won't put my face on camera, so if I was gonna say something.
Hello. Yeah, I hear you now, Judge.
Can you hear me?
It's a little. Oh, okay. This thing is messing up. Yes, sir. It's messing up. It's like freezing a little bit. It's chopping up.
Man.
Yeah, it's real choppy.
You've been playing the game from yesterday. Florida State lost.
Joe, I tell you what, I'm gonna drop the link.
There's big doorbell right there.
Sure.
On that's it is what it is. If you're gonna get in the kitchen, you have to be able to handle the heat. If you can't handle the heat, get the hell out the kitchen. That's not your job.
Now let me ask you this: Project 2025. What is it? Have you read it? Can you enlighten the people on it? And why are they trying to connect it to Trump when he said he didn't agree with it?
Okay, here's the thing. Project 25 is a proposal by the Heritage Foundation, same foundation that gave Barack Obama their third highest rating for being an effective senator for the conservative cause. It's a right-wing think tank. It is a series of proposals. Now, just because somebody comes up with a series of proposals and supports one candidate does not mean that that candidate adopts those particular proposals. All right? There are some things in that 25 that are not bad, and a lot of other stuff that's just plain crap and garbage. So you are getting the product of what I mentioned earlier, which is a propaganda effort to associate something by telling a lie long and loud, in this case not so long, but very loudly and very often, to associate somebody with something that is perceived to be a negative. All right? So when you get that kind of thing, people fall for it. They're suckers. And a lot of people have a great store of ignorance. They don't think much. They have not been trained to be rational, logical, reasonable, and analytical, and detached and objective. They just go where they want to go because it matches their immediate feelings. And they say because somebody suggests that a candidate adopt these points that the candidate did, but he doesn't. He's got his own proposal, 47 he calls it. So if you read 47, it's very, very favorable to ordinary people in the United States of America. And it's very, and in particular, very favorable to black people. Now, what it does not do when he does his 47, either that or the 25, the 25, what it does not do is it does not promote the rainbow cult. And that is where you get the opposition to it. The people that guide the thought process, that guide the thinking, are very much against someone who's not pushing their little rainbow agenda. That's where the real problem comes in. As I said before, we have gotten to a point where it's not really a race problem that we are dealing with in America. It's somebody trying to impose this cult as the official religion, and the resistance of normal, ordinary people to this. But nobody knows how to conceptualize it because it's a new thing. But it's like Christianity spread through burnings at the stake. They had jihad, they had the crusades, they had the wars of religion, the 100-year wars. They had the witch trials in Salem. It's that kind of thing going on where a particular form of belief is being forcibly imposed on somebody. Now, they aren't exactly burning at stake, but they have lawfare and they have approbations that they're trying to cast on people to ruin them because they don't support this program. Now, that's what we have. We have one group that says we've got a thing going on, we're almost there, we've almost achieved the victory we want, and these people get in the way, so we're going to use MSNBC, CBS, ABC, CNN, Fox. And all of the above and sundry, and get them to think that this guy is the evil guy, he's going to do this, and this is what he's going to do. He said no. And you ought to look back and see what he's actually done. I mean, what was it? With Ice Cube, he had the Platinum Plan. He pardoned all those black folk who were excessively sentenced or wrongfully in jail. He saw to it that historical black colleges and universities got more money in today's dollars than at any other time since 1968, that the black purchasing power was at its highest since 1967, that there were more black people employed in the economy. I mean, what are we complaining about when we contrast that with the mess that's going on right now? I mean, inflation, it's not going down, but have you been to a grocery store lately? Have you tried to pump some gas lately? If you are elderly and you're getting medicated.
They did say Walmart's prices are going down, and they attributed it to Kamala Harris talking about it last week on the campaign trail, talking about how high prices are for Americans. If the prices are going down, we all are here for it. Keep talking about it. Make them motherfuckers drop some more. We need pre-COVID prices.
What are you actually getting? How much are you paying?
There's no way a Big Mac combo should be $15. It's a Big Mac and a fry and a soda. There's no way this shit should be $15. If you know anything about a Big Mac, the patties are little as hell compared to how they were 20 years ago. And they want $15 for this shit.
It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 times what you paid for insurance when you were working. Have you tried buying these prescription drugs at the extreme cost that they are charging today? Have you found when you've gone into your pharmacy that they don't have your long-term medication because it's not profitable to them to make it anymore and they're holding off, so you have to go for weeks without something you need? What is it? Are you finding that there's no backup for your needs as a parent? Are you finding that when you turn your back slightly, they're trying to turn your son into a girl, your girl into a boy, or some kind of freak? What's happening here? We have to pay attention to these kind of things. It's not all about what somebody's paint job is. It's about what are you getting. Even BLM is turned against this witch and this kind of thing that we have. So it's not surprising that you have an effort to tar somebody and say, hey, they're wicked. They support this because somebody urged it upon them. And then meanwhile, we've got this other thing now. It isn't over. You've got Newsom that has been making noises about, hey, I know what I said, but I want to put my hat in the ring. And then when we talk about Newsom, we got to think about him signing that order that says schools can't tell you if your child is trying to be talked into, somebody's trying to talk your child into converting to some other kind of freedom. Now, where are we going with this? And what do you really want to have?
Where it seems like we're going is identity politics, because that's what that's the whole play. So
Amen.
So without the identity politics, are they ever going to get to, like, what is Kamala Harris's plan? Is it the same thing as Joe Biden?
Yeah, what she's saying, she's going to open up the borders even more and quickly naturalize all of these illegals without vetting them. What the hell? What about the black race that's being put out of job? You know, Richard Pryor used to do a skit line about they're trying to get them some new in, you know. Yeah, they're trying to bring in some new, I don't like to use that word. So I'll take a stand in what they're trying to do, get some new Negroes. That's exactly what it looks like at the entry-level marketplace. You know, they corrupted the Negroes here, and, you know, let's bring some more in so we can get somebody at the bottom of the economy that we won't have to fool around with. And see, one thing black people ought to be very mad about is we are being insulted. In other words, we don't have to give the Negroes a damn thing. They're loyal dogs. They'll roll over and get their belly scratched and wag their tails and do tricks for little treats. So we can count on them no matter what we do. We own them. So in other words, no matter what the Democratic Party fails to do for the black race, you can assume safely that they've got black support. On the other hand, no matter what the Republican Party may decide that they want to do to garnish some of the black votes, it doesn't seem to make a difference. So black folk are fool enough to fail to recognize that if one party has nothing to gain by doing anything, and the other party won't gain anything by giving you anything or whatever you want, neither party has an incentive to do a damn thing for you. So we just get lost in the mix, and we just, you know, we're loyal dogs. We wag our tails. When the master calls, no matter whether the master is an evil person or a good person. So we need to get some pride as a people, and every other ethnic group in this country understands very well that occasionally when one party assumes they own you, you show them they don't, and just hold your nose if necessary and vote for the other ones. Now, if we hadn't gotten Trump in initially, we would never have seen a whole lot of poison that's lurking behind the scenes over there and a whole lot of wrong. So we have something that we have to do here. So What are we going to do about it? Are we going to act like men and women, or are we going to act like docile slaves who get told where to go when the bell rings? And that's kind of where we are right now. So do you want to vote for somebody who has no ancestral connection to you? You want to vote for somebody who has no cultural connection to you? You want to vote for somebody who's been lying to you and playing you off for a fool? You want to deal with somebody who has done something that is morally reprehensible and is insulting to you if you want to ally yourself with it. In other words, look at it this way. If you see a guy and all he hangs around with are pimps, you got to wondering about it. If you see a guy and all he hangs around with is druggies, you get to wondering about it. If you see somebody that hangs around with nothing but thieves, you get to wondering around about it. If you see somebody that hangs around with nothing but gay folk, you get to wondering about it. If you see a woman that hangs around with the counterpart, you get to wondering about her. So when you deal with this person's particular manifested character, what's it say about the black women who want to be so closely associated with that? Is that fitting right into a stereotype of what black women are supposed to be about? Or you want to have something else? And how many?
And that's
yeah. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that's the key. Like, to me, the Democrats don't offer anything else other than identity politics. That's all they offer up. And people are falling hook, line, and sinker for it. I think women are going to fall for the women against men and empowering a black woman. And then she's going to help the LGBTQ plus community. And then, she's going to get in that way, empowering those two groups.
It's a question of what have you had done for you and what is being promised to you. So what is it that Kamala Harris and the Democratic Party is promising the black race? What have they promised us? Essentially, all they said is, we're going to save you from evil Baba Yaga Trump. What does that mean? Does that mean employment opportunity? Does that mean medical care, pharmaceutical relief? Does that mean children getting a good education? Does that mean vocational training? Does that mean public safety out here in the streets? Does that mean a dynamic situation in the world environment where we take our role to be able to bring things back to a condition of sanity? Does it deal with protecting the restrooms that the women have to go in from perverts going in and running amok? Does it prevent the girls who have lusted to get into girls' sports from being protected from failed boys and sports bras who want to come in and co-opt their opportunities? Does it mean in the workplace where you have a requirement to have equal employment or equal pay or equal jobs for women, and then you find that half of the so-called women still have penises? What are we doing here? And where does this go? Are we talking about anything objective, anything tangible that we are supposed to get out of it as a people? Hell, what is America supposed to get out of it? They have nothing that they offer that is a tangible. They have an ideological thing that they aren't even being candid about, that you're trying to cram down everybody's throats. In other words, get rid of duty, honor, obligation, responsibility, accountability, personal seizing of the moment to make where you are a better, safer, more secure place filled with economic prosperity, sense of purpose, morality, and ethics, to make where you live a place of public peace, dignity, and order. They want you to get rid of that and to deal with a concept of self-hate, where you hate what you are and you think you can escape your obligations to what mankind demands of you, what your community demands of you, and be something else just because you are too scared or too lazy or too perverted to accept what is put on your shoulders.
Well, it's because we got participation trophies and it's all inclusive.
Yeah.
So that's hate speech, what you're saying now. In most today's society, you're just outdated. You're not all inclusive, and all these things that they use to hide from the truth of what it takes to become a man. And
yeah, but you know what it is? You're out on the streets. All right, now this dude's about ready to kick your damn ass. Now you go and pull off all that bull participation trophy bullshit to see how badly it hurts when you get your ass kicked. That's a reality check. And Xi Jinping and the boys are going, oh, yes. We have a man up program, and they're trying to girl up, turn the boys to girls. Yes. Okay. We'll see how that washes out when Taiwan hits the fan. Or Putin is saying, all right, yeah, we know the truth. You're trying to cram that crap down the world's throat. The reason we're over here is to keep Ukraine free from the Nazis and that rainbow cult. You won't even tell your own people the truth. And by the way, folk, are you in Ukraine because it really helps out the United States, or is that crook Biden trying to bribe his way out of a several hundred-page criminal indictment that names he and his son as felons that under your Article 6 of your Constitution says since it's a ratified treaty situation, you got to round him up and send him over here for prosecution when he gets out of office. See, is he staying in office because he really can?
Wait, so are you alleging that Joe Biden could be indicted on a treaty overseas?
He's already indicted. See, part of the Constitution, the original Constitution, Article 6 says, the supreme law of the land shall consist of the Constitution of the United States, such laws passed to carry it into effect, and such treaties as have been ratified by the Senate. In 1999, President Bill Clinton negotiated a treaty with Ukraine that was approved by the Senate, and it says Ukraine and the United States in treaty with each other to apprehend, detain, and extradite all parties wanted by the criminal processes of the other. So Joe Biden and Hunter Biden were revealed in late October 2020 under the edict of the Ukraine Supreme Court when they ordered the instrument redacted to have been indicted under multiple counts of a criminal enterprise indictment in Ukraine are wanted felons. And under Article 6, since this is a ratified treaty, we have an obligation to apprehend him, detain him, and extradite him to the Ukraine for prosecution, like they have an obligation to do that to people we have wants and warrants for. Now, as a pragmatic matter, I don't think that's going to happen while he's in office, since he is president of the United States. I think there will be all sorts of diplomatic flips and tricks played so it does not have to manifest when he gets out of office, since he knows secrets. But it's still there, and it would be much more convenient if what he's doing for Ukraine results in them simply dismissing the indictment counts in gratitude. And in January 2017, he did get up on C-SPAN, and I've heard it originally and replayed several times, and he says, I guess I committed extortion when I threatened the Ukraine with ending the $14 billion loan guarantee if they did not get rid of this guy trying to prosecute my son. And it's nothing new, so we have that.
So somebody got a question for you. They say, question for the Honorable Judge. Does SCOTUS have the authority to outlaw gender manipulation? If so, what process has to happen?
What is that? I didn't hear the first part of the question.
He said something about SCOTUS. I think he's talking about the president.
The Supreme Court of the United States.
Okay.
This nigga don't know what SCOTUS means. Athletes, ladies and gentlemen. Athletes. Training code. Mr. Training Code himself didn't know what SCOTUS meant.
Do they have a?
I didn't hear the first part of the question.
He said something about SCOTUS. I think he's talking about the president.
The Supreme Court of the.
I think he talking about the president. Oh, say it ain't so. Say it ain't so.
United States.
Okay. Do they have authority to outlaw gender manipulation? And if so, what's the process?
It's a matter of public health and safety, and it's also imposition of an outlook on people, which would also get into freedom of religion and also freedom of association. There are a number of ways that the Supreme Court could flat out declare that kind of practice to be totally unconstitutional. You can advocate it all you want under the First Amendment, but you cannot sit there and compel it. You cannot cut the parents out. And when it comes to children, the U.S. Supreme Court has long said that what children are entitled to is not the full panoply of rights that adults have. They have some of them, but primarily they are entitled to effective and benevolent care. So yeah, they could declare some of these efforts to go for it on the rainbow cult thing is bad. Look at the Emmett Till anti-lynch bill. Now, when we think of lynching, we think of what? A mob going out and killing somebody. Under the new Emmett Till lynch bill, there does not have to be a killing. It does not have to be a mob. It can be just one person. That's 3 counts against it. You can have a kidnapping or you can have a beating. Now, it comes into play if it has anything to do with somebody's sexual orientation. Let us say that this guy broke up with his lady friend and he's feeling kind of down and he decides to accept the invitation of some of his homeboys to go out to a club. And he's out at this club and he thinks it's an attorney on tight short dress and she's got a cool earring.
Oh shit, they're playing with the audio again, Judge. They're playing with the audio again, Judge. They're messing with the audio.
This is Wi-Fi and that's the damn audio.
Yeah, okay, we doing better now?
Yeah, try it now.
We doing better or still bad?
No, it's better than it was.
Let's suppose that this guy is out with his homeboys at the club because he's feeling bad after breaking up with his old lady. All right? Well, let's suppose that he runs into what he thinks is a PYT, pretty young thing. She's got on a sleek dress, got nice superstructure, got the braids going and all that, hoop earrings, and they're dancing and exchanging spit in the shadows. And then this thing gets a hard on, and you go, "What? You a dude, hey?" And he busted in the jaw. Well, now that is federal lynching under the new lynch bill, and it involves the FBI and federal prosecution because as a result of this guy's sexual orientation, he got hit. So that's now lynching under the new Emmett Till anti-lynch bill.
If someone feels like,
ladies and gentlemen, I'm finna share this video. It's about 35 minutes left. I'm sharing it on my community post, wall, whatever the hell you want to call it. I'm sleeping. I'm going to bed. Gentlemen, y'all got anything? All right then. Yeah.
So cold, but I'm so hot.
Go boys.
I'm up in the trap, I'm
with them now.
The game so cold, but I'm so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. The game so cold, but I'm so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Down 8 gram, headed straight to the block. Pirates, this water till it's hot. Mix it up a little, turn a little to a lot. Right hand on the cell phone, taking orders. Left hand 360 motor to a lot. Blue holler tips, got switches on the dot. State game, true simple, can't be stopped. Laughing at you haters while I'm thumbing through the paper. Says lonely at the bottom, won't you meet me at the top? The nigga ain't shit, yeah, get that a lot. Won't be deterred and I won't be stopped. Shaq Diesel number one, I post up on the block. 24/7 cause the hustle don't stop. 31 flavor, take an order like a waiter. I be selling more gas than a local truck stop. 1200 strong, 4 pounds of the zop. Got me shining, I'm a star. Ask about me, I am legend. They gon' tell you who we are. Fuck these niggas, fuck these bitches. Get money, all I know. No love for these bitches. Never saving these hoes. The game so cold, but I'm so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. The game so cold, but I'm so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not.
When I'm thinking about the past, yeah, gon' get some nice gang, we at the spot. If we ever was short, then it's back to the block, you probably get shot. Every day the sudden change, we getting money, that's one thing that's never gonna stop. Real dope boys do what it takes, playing high stakes, living to die. Do your time, keep it quiet, no matter who you are, don't get what you got. Stack it up, that's the bond to stay fresh. Oh, they think that you're not. Take you roll with a hoe, they gon' let you go. Somebody's gonna say you ain't hot. Just invest in yourself, don't worry about nobody else. There ain't no handout. If you say the same, put it on chain. Let them see you ain't tied down. Got a couple rain, did a lot of things. I ain't really gon' talk about it. Give me a trade, get you just to go. She gon' show up and show out. So don't ask me what a dope at, cause you already your brown.
The game so cold, but I'm so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. Same young nigga came up in the trap. I'm dope boy, fresh with dope boy not. The game so cold, but I'm